The database Novelist Plus is an excellent resource to use to discover multicultural children and young adult books. It is not the only way to do so, but it is a very good one. To access Novelist Plus, you can either use a quick link near this video or start from the Milner Library homepage. To access Novelist Plus from the Milner Library homepage, direct your attention to the Search Milner Library box. Then switch from the default tab of Milner Catalog to the Databases tab. In the search bar, type Novelist Plus and click Enter. Then, from the list of databases found, select the title of interest, and you'll be redirected to the database. It will prompt you to log in if you haven't done so already. I usually use one of two methods when searching for multicultural books within Novelist Plus. And the first I tend to use when I'm not quite sure what I'm interested in finding. To do that, I would take my cursor and click this Browse By option in the upper left-hand corner and select Browse By Appeal. This will take me to a chart where I can really build exactly what I'm looking for. So you can see that there are 4 different tabs at the top, 4 different ages, and it's really important that the first thing you do at this new page is select the age that you're interested in. So I might say that I want books meant for ages 0 through 8 generally. Then I get to make my own appeal mix, and the best way to do this for a multicultural book is to choose the category of character on the left-hand side. Then from the drop-down, there's all of these different traits or things that they have said characters could be. So if I'm looking for a multicultural book, I could choose something like religiously diverse or culturally diverse. There's also ability diverse and LGBTQIA diverse if you're looking for intersectionality really specifically or something like that. But for this example, I might say that I just want a character who is culturally diverse. Then for multicultural literature, I'll often add a second category where I'm saying storyline, and then I'm making the storyline own voices. And this is a really great strategy because that means that the author identifies with the group that the culturally diverse character is a part of. So it's a more authentic telling of the story. And then you can just select Find Titles, and you'll be given a quick view on the right-hand side of some titles that might work for you. But if you select View All, you'll be taken to a new page where you can explore the titles a lot more purposefully, and you can also refine your results even further. So I might want a book that's not super old and maybe has been published in the last 5 or so years, so I can move the bar and update my results. Then I could continue to filter by all of these different categories and just kind of explore what books with culturally diverse main characters written by an own voices author are available. Then if I was interested, let's say, in Dreamers by Judy Morales, I could select the title, open it in a new page, and I can see tons more information about the book. I can see that it's nonfiction and it's an award winner. I can read the description and see how it's categorized. I can see that it's generally meant for pre-K through 3rd graders. If I had a Lexile chart or understood how Lexile numbers work, I could get a lot of information from this number to know how complex the text is. And I also really like to read the book reviews. You will tend to get a lot of information about the book, what the book is about, and kind of the most important themes. So it can be a really great resource to use. Another great feature is that you can see books that are similar on the right-hand side. So if the book that you've clicked into is close to what you're interested in, but not quite what you want, I often will look for other options from the right. Then, if I'm interested in getting this book or seeing if Milner Library Catalog has it, I can select Check Library Catalog, and it will redirect me to the Milner Library page so that I can see how I could get access to it and information like that. So you can see now we're in the Milner Catalog, and if I wanted to request the book, I could just sign in here. And then next to the place where I can get it, I'll now see a request button. So I can select request and set that I want to pick up this book at Milner Library or one of these other schools, perhaps if you're a student teaching there, and just request the book. So that means that I will get an email in the next day or so, usually, where I can schedule an appointment to go to Milner Library and pick it up curbside. Now, sometimes you don't want to browse because you have a more general or more specific idea for the type of book you're looking for in mind. And in those situations, I like to use either the search bar or the advanced search option. I might know or think that I want a book that's talking about a family in Mexico. So if I had that idea in mind, I could just type in the keywords family and then Mexico. With the advanced search option open, I have all of these different ways that I can limit my results. So I might say that I want it to be published 2015 and onwards, and I might say that I want it to be meant for an audience of ages 0 through 8 again. Now, there are a lot of different ways you can filter your results here, but I always tend to be careful with filtering right off the bat, simply because the more filters that you add, the less results you're going to get. So if I just click search with only those 2 filters, I'll then see that I'm still getting a fair number of books. So that lets me know that using the refine the results on the left-hand side of the screen, I can focus my search even further if I'm interested in it. Some things that might be of interest is, again, you can limit character to culturally diverse, and it's only going to show you the different types of characters that your results list is tagged with. I then also might be interested in narrowing my book again to own voices, potentially. Something else that might be of interest is genre. So let's say that I am just going to focus it on culturally diverse. And then you can see that I went down to 12 results, and I might say, okay, actually this first book in the list looks really great. And just like before, I would click on the title to see all of that additional information about the resource. And then if I wanted to see if Milner Library had it, I would just select Check Library Catalog and be redirected to our web page.